Hello, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. Thank you so much for your patience. Just give me a heads up in chat if you can hear me. That would be great. We are live. We are about 27 minutes into our seed. We are hanging out with guardianmarcus and robdraven, two of our ducks from the Winter Duck Derby. And I'm here with Chad. How are you doing? Feel free to unmute yourself, Chad. I told you to mute yourself.
Hello.
There we go. Hey, Chad.
I'm doing all right.
Good. We are also joined by Shadowed Flames on Tracker. All right, let's do a rapid-fire synopsis of what has happened so far this game. So we started off level 1 nuke, and no, robdraven did not re-roll into that party. He started that party, got extremely lucky. We got some nice stuff as... and I totally missed that. Did robdraven wipe, or did he kill Kraken? Bad time to have that window minimized. We started off with some really good stuff on the inner sea. Our friends held hands for about 10 minutes, and then they have since split. Right now, robdraven for sure has the levels advantage. He found a gas D grind and a fire D grind in Ordeals, where he got the rod. guardianmarcus, however, went to Crescent Lake, knows that the ruby is on sale for about 57,000 there. The max, I believe, and has also gone to Waterfall. Also has the Massive +2, and a whole host of other good stuff like a Ribbon +1. So again, right now, exploration advantage and item advantage to guardianmarcus, but the levels advantage and just sheer boom power advantage goes to robdraven. So again, thanks again for being patient. We are high-fiving in Sea Shrine, and you are now caught up 27 minutes into the race as we see guardianmarcus checking out Mermaid side. Unfortunately, not going to find the loot over here. It's on Kraken side, as robdraven found earlier before wiping to Kraken.
Yeah, however, I do like this play in general because with his levels, he can come through and check this floor thoroughly, fairly quickly, and gain a whole bunch of levels on the way to mermaids.
Yeah,
so it's a good way for him to get back up to snuff to be able to take on Kraken.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Massive +2 is going to be really good, especially with the early fast, but he's definitely not there yet in the way that robdraven was. robdraven was just picking up even more levels as we see one black mage go down. Let's talk about these party comps real quick as well. Let's talk about the bonuses, because the bonuses were quite tough to choose from, and by that I mean they were super easy to choose from. Fighter had +10 and Death Thief had +40 HP, and the Black Belt had Night spells, so that's why you see robdraven running Black Belt, triple Black Mage. Black Belt again has Knights. Red Mage has White Mage spells. White Mage has +20 Strength, and Black Mage has +2 level 1 MP. So we've got a whole bunch of White Mage spells for folks between the Black Belt and the Red Mage. But even then, we had just about everything that we needed. In the first 4 levels, we had Nuke, we had Cure 2, we had Bane Lock 2, we had Exit in level 3, Fast and Lock level 3, Heal 2 level 3, Life and Wall and Heal 3 were at level 4, Temper and Fire 3 were at level 4. So our runners were doing just fine.
With one exception, though, robdraven only has the Black Belt to cast White Magic, and because it's Night spells and not White Mage spells, he does not have access to Life, Life 2, or Cure 4.
Yeah, good point. Gonna be tough. It's very much gonna be an offense is the best defense kind of strategy from robdraven for sure. Marcus, I think, picking a very safe party for this flag. So I think it makes a lot of sense. I admire the robdraven triple nuke play here. There's the loot for Guardian Marcus there, but
He's
yeah,
going to pick trap tiles.
I think right now Guardian Marcus is looking good. Again, we have found at least one really good spike tile, but it's not great for black belts. It is that triple gas D tile that I mentioned over in Ordeals that robdraven took once or twice earlier until he got punched out. I imagine we'll see him go back there, and I think Guardian Marcus, since he will have to go there for the rod eventually, is going to be real happy to see that later.
Do you know if that was the early spike tile, if that was at the very top of Ordeals?
So that was, yeah, so the gas D tile was the final one in Ordeals. I can't remember exactly what the middle one was. It wasn't particularly good.
They did also find 6 water tile and ice cave in the 6 chest room, which is not good for black belts, but is good for a party grind.
Yeah, exactly. robdraven not yet been to Ice Cave. Again, we did a lot of the Inner Sea tours, ending with Elfland, and then where Guardian Marcus went to Crescent Lake to find the ruby for sale, not purchased yet, the cube, and then going to Ice Cave. robdraven went straight from Elf, bypassed Crescent Lake, and went straight to Ordeals, then to Sea.
All right, well, with knowing what we see here, we've got a fighter tile, we've had a triple gas D tile. That's telling me that I think we have B-side spike tiles on for this one.
It certainly does appear that way, yes, which, again, the potential for more EXP across the board, but you lose that safety and assuredness of the single Agama, single eye grind that you might want. And I think at this point you're hoping for something like maybe a single blue D or a single, or a triple I maybe, is roll low. Guardian Marcus taking this fighter grind. I actually kind of like this. This is a good pseudo-walking grind. He's not quite walking, this is static, but it's on the way, and I like that. This will be just enough XP, and especially as he is wanting to get himself some levels going into Kraken, this should be a pretty good spot. Again, he's going to have Masa 2 plus some fast charges and temper charges going into this fight. No Brack early, unfortunately, especially for robdraven. I think if we'd seen Brack early, he would have been just fine. So I think this puts Guardian Marcus in a slightly better position for Kraken, despite having fewer levels than Rob did when he went down just a few minutes ago. I'm only going to see.
Yeah, the Masa is going to be, excuse the term, a game changer in this case.
Yeah, I think it might.
Not a game changer.
And we'll see too if that ribbon comes into play for Guardian Marcus at any point. Whether that's a death touch or a stun touch, whatever it is. Could be important. We'll see. Rob may choose to forgo Waterfall right after he does Sea Shrine. I was kind of surprised when he didn't go straight there. Again, hoping to get some more levels. Always want to check that spike tile if you can. Found a lot of what he was looking for here in the sea, and then lost a lot of it in that wipe. Here we go with Guardian Marcus, though, at 33 minutes. He's pulling his first Fiend, just a few minutes behind robdraven.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Alright, so he's definitely betting on that black belt. Moving it back to the back, gonna put the Thief and the Black Mage on the sacrificial altar. Masa 2 swinging for 311 off the bat, but that slow's gonna come out. He's gonna miss, yeah, right over it. That fast is gonna counteract it anyways. He comes out with lock on the red mage. His black belt is fasted up for this turn. We're gonna see wait, nuke, fight. Kraken gonna fast the fast. Nuke comes out high roll, 394. Second nuke comes out 130. Not down yet. Can't imagine he's gonna last much longer. Yeah, 6 hits, 392. Guardian Marcus looking in extremely good form for level 15. Taking down the first orb for the game at 33 minutes and 45 seconds, just about. So I think at this point, whatever lead robdraven had by going to Ordeals, hitting that grind, and bypassing some other stuff, Guardian Marcus has obliterated it, and now it has, I would say, a fairly substantial lead.
Well, that said, it looks like robdraven is potentially going to actually stick to this grind for his black belt here. His black belt should have a ability to cast exit, so he can just, when he's low, he can exit out, save, bring back his party, and then come in and beat Kraken. So
yeah, he does have those levels. He's in the 20s now, and Guardian Marcus can go ahead and hop over to Ordeals. If robdraven does go ahead and just back out, and he's not relying on a fast charge into his black belt to take out Kraken, then Guardian Marcus is probably going to be done with Ordeals before robdraven finishes Waterfall, especially with all of those warp charges and the exit charge. And again, we know that this is required. This is great play.
All right, so I know looking at every item that we found, we have the key, even though it's not marked off the thing. I do know that they checked the key locked in Canaria. So they have the key, the loot, the rod, Oxyel, chime, and cube. So guess what? This is a floaterless seed.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to keep it a floaterless seed. They always have, the option to go hunt down whatever they need, but not the worst idea. I think it's way more likely that we see it remain floaterless with this party comp. Fighter, obviously, a lot more desperation in terms of getting that promotion, making sure you can equip the best armor, especially since we have seen Opal -2 and Aegis -1 appear in ordeals. There's the Opal. But I think, very much a seed you can afford to not promote. Shadow Flames in chat, he is allowed to miss one thing. Thank you again for tracking for us as we were.
Yes, we missed a lot of the beginning of the race. So, definitely understood. Shadow's doing a very good job on this.
Alright, guardianmarcus making his way through the maze. Keeps getting punted back. But he's going to run out of these just fine. Got plenty of levels. Ride the Lightning does.
I think Rob needs to
exit, yeah.
I think Rob needs to move his Black Mage all the way to the top slot to make him become the target more. Oh, now he's doing it.
Yeah, this is a bold move. I worry that he's not going to effectively get to 32, and that while he's on the way to Kraken, he's going to run into a pack or...
Well, what I would do is I would exit out. His Black Belt has exit charges.
That's what I hope he does. My fear is that that's not what he's going to do.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah, Dango in chat saying that Marcus should have done it also. I think Marcus did a good job of conserving spells. I think it would have been the safe play to go out, but I respect the chutzpah to go in and do that grind and just be confident in the gear and the spells that you have. And I think honestly, with Massa 2, the fast with the nukes, he was in a good spot. And guardianmarcus finds that gas D tile that we saw robdraven hit before the stream went live. They are not going to take a lot of damage from those nukes though, but also not dishing out a lot either. So they're going to go down in a couple hits. We'll see how long he decides to stick here. You got to feel like with exit and knowing that he's at this final floor, he might take a few levels here, try to get to low to mid 20s. Yeah, he's gonna go right back to it.
At least taking one more.
robdraven getting 10,000 per kill on these fighters.
Oh, I agree, Dangmu. This if he's able to kill these off in one round per Gasty, then yes, this is a much better tile. Much higher experience. But it's riskier.
The way we're seeing these two runners grind right now, this could put an end to the age-old question. Is Black Belt better than Black Belt? We've got robdraven solo grinding one up. I think he might go... We'll see. I'm curious to see how high he goes. But we're seeing guardianmarcus spread out the levels a little bit more evenly here. I'm going to take a little bit more of a balanced approach than a Black Belt seed might normally call for. Those nukes rolling a little bit low on these healthy gas Ds, but another nuke charge. We'll take out two of them. Scorch is just kind of roll off most of these shoulders. Is that BB wielding the iron chucks? No, that is Masamine +2, which was found in the waterfall.
Yeah, I don't know if it's... I think it's a little risky to do this grind if he lets too much of his party go down with the possibility of 4 Gasties. I don't think his Black Belt's ready to be able to handle that.
Yeah, I think...
He just decided that too.
Yeah, I think they were healthy enough, those Gasties, that you were just spending too many spell charges to get them down. There's the Excal +5 we saw. That's going to be some good money. He should have more than enough money to get that ruby now. There's the rod. He might check these last few chests. Maybe check that final spike tile. See him exit out.
He has enough money to go chuck that Excal +5 off the Sky Tower.
Yeah. robdraven hitting level 31. He's going to have a decision to make here in a second. Does he want to stop at 32 and exit out, go back up, or does he want to go all the way to 42 while he's here? And it looks like he's going to go 42.
Ooh.
Or at 36, maybe. We'll call it, the 35-36 grind. Expect to get those last few levels on the way.
These spread Ds are highly evasive, as they tend to be.
Yeah, one's going to go down, but they're going to take the black belt out with them.
Yep.
Luckily, I have the life charges on that red mage. Not going to be a big deal. So you see Robdraven continue to pound away on these poor enemies who did not sign up for this today. Somehow, just like metaphorically appropriate, that the black belt is beating down the fighters over and over and over again.
That feels like a spring 2021 tournament meme right now.
Yeah, it certainly feels like the storyline. I don't know that it's true, but it certainly feels like we haven't seen in just like a no holds barred contest a fighter beat a black belt. As we've been discussing in the CFCF channel, like a lot of this is going to go away when we hit the brackets, and we have to draft anyway. Either you are going to have your black belt and your opponent's going to have a black belt, or nobody's going to have a black belt. So a lot of the advantage is going to go away, but I think we're seeing more and more. It is tough to have a fighter beat black belts in these seeds.
Oh, there's a comment from Classic Gamer in chat about if Robdraven's black belt has life casts. Kraken 2 will target him for sure. Unfortunately, life was level 4 and life 2 was level 5. And the black belt only has fighter, or not fighter, but the promoted fighter level spells, knight spells. So he only has first 3 levels.
Now, guardianmarcus making what I think is a pretty heads-up play here. Instead of going straight back to Crescent Lake to buy that ruby for 50-some-odd thousand, he's going to go straight to Sky, see if he can get the incentive here. We have Cube, we have Chime. Robdraven does not have those. This is a unique guardianmarcus play. We're going to see if he's able to get some levels in here, maybe get the floater in here. Would not surprise me at all in this kind of seed if the floater was here in.
Yeah, well, it doesn't appear like he needs anything, though. It looks like he has everything he needs to beat the seed. So I don't know if I would agree with this plan. I would say, at this point, I would be saying, go, find that grind and charge up that black belt and get out.
This may be another situation where just, the overpowering might of a level 42 black belt can overcome a lot.
Oh, Katana rolled -5.
It is a pretty significant time deficit for Robdraven right now. Even though he is going to have those levels, I think guardianmarcus can make a perfectly good reason to go to just 32 instead of 42, because he's going to have a lot more support than Robdraven will. Robdraven's going to have nukes for days, but guardianmarcus has a lot more going on than that, and so I think grind to 32 should be just fine. But Robdraven, not even doing the halfway, he's going straight to 42. He finishes up and he gets out, so that was a really effective, perhaps a little bit scary grind there for Robdraven. He's going to be just fine. Bring those black mages back up and make it past at Kraken 1 as guardianmarcus going into the less than, greater than room. Gonna find some blue Ds on the way. Not sure if you should be running from these fights right now. You might want to just go ahead and try and punch out that blue D while you've got it. Maybe he decided to resource intensive early on.
It's worth checking to see if they roll low, then it's good, quick experience.
Yeah. More money for guardianmarcus. That Procate +2, not too bad either. Another katana. We have plenty of money right now. A couple trash katanas to throw away.
Well, I got a peek at Robdraven's money count. He has over 400,000.
Yeah, that tracks.
Gold, whichever it is. He could buy as many rubies as he wants.
Alright, so at this point it's just going to be how long does guardianmarcus take to find what he's looking for and what will he get. There's not much outside of the floater that I think would be particularly here. Fear is it's just going to be something that leads him on a fetch quest that leads into nothing. In a fighter seed at least, Bonk and White Shirt are fine, but he's either going to go up to this final floor and then warp back, or he has just kind of made the decision that he's done. I'm curious to see which it is.
I like it.
Oh,
he's going to check these free chests, but that makes sense. I'm okay with checking these chests. I'm okay with checking most of this floor, honestly, because you can get some good experience here. Oh
defense
yes, there you
that
go.
is
That's
a welcome find.
now he definitely doesn't have to go above 32. I don't think. Those words will haunt me.
Yeah.
Sorry for the commentator curse that's coming.
Gonna find some fighters and take them down, a nod to old times. As robdraven already on the Kraken floor. Now I forgot to check in the pre-race room. I'm not sure if they agreed on anything like forced war mech or anything like that.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, let me see if I can take a look real quick. 'Cause that well, there's war mech anyway. It's not gonna matter.
Oh, then it's definitely not going to be required because ran into it. So is he going to take on the robot chicken? It's heavy experience. He just got that defense sword. Did you move it? He's thinking.
That was getting some work from his nukes too. His nukes are rolling super high on just about every bit of Gasties. He's thinking. Gonna bring out that lock too from the red mage, nuke from the black mage. Damage poison coming out. Not gonna do a lot of damage, except to the black mage, which goes down. I think the worry at this point is a nuclear after this could be potentially catastrophic.
Yeah.
Nuke comes out from the
Low
red
roll.
mage. Nuclear.
Oh, nuclear.
Everybody gonna
Still
survive.
alive. You got Cure 4, right?
I'm not sure if he has any charges left.
In the meantime, robdraven has reached Kraken 1.
Yeah,
and he takes him down.
rolls super high. That is going to be some free XP for that black belt. That is scary though. You've got level 25 with some defense sword. It is, yeah. I mean, he's gonna go. He's gonna try it. He's gonna go defense strats. He's not gonna exit out. And I mean, it kind of makes sense. You might as well try. You know, like it's not like on rack where you can just back out and get your mages back up. You've just got to take this.
Yep, and he's gonna do that. In the meantime, robdraven made some calamari out of Kraken 1 really quick. Oof.
Big hit to start. Down
Alright,
at
get
29.
that defense all the way up.
Alright, Tiamat already missing.
Seems punch happy.
Yeah, 243 on 4 hits, not bad at all. 176 on 4 hits. Yeah, I think guardianmarcus got lucky after that
16.
more spell happy. Oh,
It's getting
very
bad.
much out of it. 4 hits for 86. Really hoping for those crits and not getting them.
Smasa's just not critting.
4 hits
Oh,
for 15. 4 hits for 173. robdraven finds the ribbon. Does the black belt have any cure magic? No, I do not believe the black belt has any cure magic. 4 hits for 211. That's it. Good job to guardianmarcus getting Kraken down. Sorry, getting Tiamat down. Masa is just not critting. This Masa is just not the Vorpal yet. Very true classic gamer. You got a few fans of the Vorpal in chat for sure.
Yep, I see Zardio there. Katana -5. No. No, Will.
Alright, guardianmarcus gonna head out. I wonder what he's gonna do now. He might choose to go to Crescent Lake, buy that ruby, see where that takes him.
I think that's what he's gonna do. He can res this party.
Yeah, I mean, he did March Cave, he did Ice. He has done every incentive check he can, except for the ruby turn-in.
And he can do Volcano while he's here.
Yeah, I think it... I'm curious what he's gonna do. robdraven gonna find out where the shop item has been all along. I think he has enough money to buy the ruby, aka the mithril, over here on robdraven's seed. Gonna finally get some houses too. I think he's been missing those.
He's bought the whole neighborhood.
So, despite some fairly divergent routes here, we've seen our runners converge once again. on the Ruby. Now, what will be interesting is what does Rob do first? He hasn't gone to the Ice Cave to get the Chime, nor has he gone to Sages to get the Cube yet, although obviously he's going to do that any second now. So I'll be curious to see if he decides to make the Ruby play, or if he's going to go straight to Sky and just kind of consider this floaterless seed. It looks like guardianmarcus is going to do just that. I think he has decided it is probably more worth it to just knock this out now and not worry too much about the floater. You're going to have to pass by Volcano now and the Earth Cave on your way to Sarda at the very least, and you don't need any equipment. So this makes a lot of sense. I think at this point you just kind of decide, nope, I do not need the floater. It's fine for me. Cube pickup for robdraven there at the 50-minute mark, so he now has a decision to make. Is he going to go to Ice Cave? Is he going to go check out the Ruby? Fortunately, he's had one option removed from him. It would be one thing. I wonder if he would feel tempted to go visit Sky if he had gotten the Chime there and hope for the Mirage. But he is going to go ahead and go to Volcano as well. So again, despite the very divergent routes, our runners making a lot of very similar decisions, and they're not going to be able to watch this whole broadcast back since we missed the first half hour or so. But like I said, for the first 15 minutes of the seed, they really were like hand in hand every step of the way in terms of routing. So it's not too surprising to me that they're kind of picking it up again now as they start to converge. Although obviously, again, we've got the story of two approaches right now. guardianmarcus has the exploration and item advantage. robdraven has a pretty hefty level advantage. But fine,
yep,
like
he's already done his grind. guardianmarcus is still searching for one.
I think 32 is going to be fine for guardianmarcus. Certainly, a 42 black belt is going to be a huge advantage in Topher. But if guardianmarcus is able to get through this quickly and beat robdraven into Topher by a couple minutes, it may not matter.
All right, if I may fill in for a second, this is the first matchup in the Peed pod, or as we can affectionately call it, 4 Peeds in a pod. Which also has me and Cheesinator in it. And we're going to be doing our matchup tonight at 10 p.m. Pacific and 1 a.m. Eastern. In terms of these two runners, they appear to be fairly evenly matched. They both participated in the last Duckling Derby and placed in the top 5. guardianmarcus placed second overall, is the only one to beat Dead Pulse in the Duckling Derby. robdraven wasn't very far behind in 5th place, tied with our own Rubes, as well as Chanigan.
Yeah, it's great to see all the Winter Ducks do well in the spring tournament so far and really put up competitive times. I don't think it's a surprise to anyone who watched or was involved. This is the best duck class that we've had in the whole time we've been doing duck classes. But, to see that bear out in terms of the spring tournament and some really competitive times, at least for practice, it's a lot of people have not started running the races. It's good. guardianmarcus going for this other spike tile here. Going to see the same sea troll that he just saw. They have Squint, I believe, so he wants to be a little bit careful around that troll. Going to beat it to death anyway, it's not going to matter.
Alright, does he find any... Ugh, Grimps.
That's not going to be what you want to grind on. You could, I guess. I'm not sure you want to. So Linkalot says, my Duckling class might have something to say about that, Groggy. That's good, my Duckling class is not. You guys can find it out whatever you want.
Yeah, the latest Duckling Derby is pretty scary. There's a lot of really good runners there.
We had the most recent sort of Duckling Derby champion, the title defense, and we did finish it in reverse order of when we got the title. So it was Dead Pulse, then Link, then me, then Gouda. So I just built it every single time. That institutional knowledge gets passed down, and guardianmarcus, without even blinking past his carry, is down to 1 orb. Just Earth left. Again, I think at this point, almost certainly forsaken the floater, as robdraven also has the Chime now coming out of ice, has a decision to make as to where he goes next. So he's going to check out Sarda, which we know at this point is not going to lead him to something that he needs. Or is he going to go ahead and decide to just plow through?
Well, we will see. He's going to Volcano at the very least.
Yeah. He has everything that he needs. He is in go mode. Yeah,
He's in full
comparing
go
items.
mode. He could just
Yeah.
go straight through.
So,
So
again,
while he looks like he's behind, he does not have to do any grinding whatsoever at this point. So he
Yeah,
could just
absolutely.
go.
I think if this were a fighter versus a black belt seed, I would be more concerned for Guardian Marcus. Still, certainly, robdraven could just power through this and finish three dungeons and get into Topher quickly and just burst through a rough Topher. But I think if Topher is anything less than horrible, Guardian Marcus will likely be okay. We'll see. Stranger things have happened. Guardian Marcus set it out. Is he gonna go south or is he gonna go east? Or is it west? He's gonna go south. Directions are hard. West. See if he checks the grind tiles here. Nope, gotta go straight for a Lich first. robdraven healing up. Doesn't have a lot of heal magic. That could be his downfall. He's got one ribbon and basically no healing to speak of. So that could be a point where, whatever speed he makes up could be lost to having to go to the heal pot menu over and over again after every single fight he takes in Topher. Again, do like the sort of ballsy play by robdraven to go black belt 3 black mages. That is pretty fun, and he was rewarded very, very handsomely with the level 1 nuke. Didn't reroll into that comp at all, just what he started with. Still might have chosen to come in black belt at least red, black, black, so you can ban someone as appropriate, but Blood was saying just grind in Topher. Yeah, I've done that before too. Not a bad idea. Especially with all the nuke casts he has, and exit and warp. He's just fine. But I don't blame him looking.
Yeah, let's talk about those party comps. Like, I tend to really like to run what Guardian Marcus is running here, which is Black Belt, Thief, Red Mage, Black Mage, because you get run ability, you get White Magic, you get Black Magic, 2 Black Magic casters, and the ultimate damage machine for Topher.
Mm-hmm.
So, robdraven's gone for all power on his side.
Yeah, again, big gamble that paid off for him this time. I really do worry about not having any healing. Guardian Marcus is going to feel way more comfortable with the ribbon and the life and the cure 4.
Yeah, I think robdraven's party would be a little bit better if he did have 1 red mage, then he'd have access to the life spells. Yeah, especially with their blessing in this seed, with access to all of the white mage spells.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I agree with you. I've had been running Fighter or Black Belt Rainbow for a while practicing, and then switched over to Thief just to get take advantage of the runability of all these fights. And it feels a little scary as someone who likes to have the white mage to lose the sure thing on the white magic, but often enough, and I forget what the exact numbers are, but it's often enough that you're going to be fine, that it's usually not a big deal. It feels like the much safer, and I think it gives you options too. Like I respect everyone who takes nuns and just like commits to the 3-man or 2-man, whatever it is, but I would so much rather give myself the option and then just kill them as we go. My Thief does not frequently make it to the end of my seeds, and that's fine. He serves a good purpose early on, getting me out of fights before I can level up and fight through him.
Yeah, and then you can bring him back up in Topher if he hasn't just enough levels to make it through a little bit and make sure you run from everything. And then, but if like in this seed here we have the Masa +2, I'd keep him up and then equip that on him once the Black Belt is online.
Yeah, absolutely. Masa +2, a high roll katana. Your Thief does not have to be particularly high to take advantage of that. Blink and you miss it. Lich down. Guardian Marcus is gonna head to Topher now. We'll see. Is he gonna save now and check the spike tiles? Nope, he's gonna leave. Yeah, I think he might either choose to just go for it and see how it works, or grind there in Topher. Dengu asking, so Rob only has 1 orb. Yeah, so we saw a lot of divergence early on. And when Guardian Marcus did a lot of item exploration, robdraven went straight to ordeals and then C, and he spent quite a while grinding up his black belt to 42 on a fighter spike tile in C Shrine. So yeah, he is going for his second orb right now. As Guardian Marcus, at just about the 1 hour mark, is going to stock up in Canaria and then head to Topher. Floaterless Seed. Love to see it. Love to see it.
I think it's brave if he actually dives Topher at this level without putting the black belt fully online.
Did Rob clear Volcano? Oh, that's right. He did go there after Ice. Yeah, we were sort of watching Guardian Marcus's screen, but I do think that he went to Volcano, unless I am mistaken. I'm trying to think. Did he go to Volcano?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, he was.
Actually, yes,
Yeah.
he did. I believe he did.
I was like, okay. All right, Guardian Marcus is gonna do one final spike tile check. It's gonna be Mux. Just switch that palette, and he's probably a lot happier. But unfortunately, he's not gonna find what he's looking there.
Looks like he's gonna dive. This is a bold strategy.
Yeah, I mean, this might not be a bad idea. Just see what you can get away with first. And then, if you need to back out and level, go for it.
You could also be thinking of doing an in-Topher grind, which would be a good play, because you can exit out with the black belt.
Yeah. Alright, if you're gonna grind, this is the floor to do it. Get those gas Ds. So his black belt now up to level 27. Everybody else is low 20s. It looks like he's just gonna power through, though. Scorch comes out, gonna glance off everybody as Robdraven makes his way over to the Mirage Tower, the Sky Shrine. So he will be breathing down Guardian Marcus's neck before long, and that 42 black belt is gonna have to catch up. Another ribbon there in the validation check.
Ribbon.
Yeah, well, Bloodworth, I was wondering the same thing. I'm a little bit confused as to what his approach is right now. If I were going for a full dive, I would just run and avoid using the nukes. But he certainly seems to be plowing through now. He might feel good enough about just like his general spell levels and fast cast to be able to burn through some nukes early for the levels.
Well, I think if he runs into a very evasive Kraken, Tiamat or Chaos, it's still going to be tough.
Alright, yeah, wisely, I think, just running from these fights now. Robdraven, about to head up into the warp room. Gonna heal up just a little bit first. Not having to check any chests. Obviously knows what he's gonna find is not gonna help him get to Temple of Fiends. And about 2 minutes after he enters Topher, Guardian Marcus pulling up Lich 2. So Robdraven continues to power through Sky. We'll see if he also happens to meet the Vanilla Warmech on his way through the Bridge of Destiny. Nuke comes out. 386. Again, high rolls all day for Guardian Marcus. 152 from that Mass Immune. 342.
Robdraven is skipping the chest with the defense sword, which makes sense.
Yeah,
Just
he's not going to need the...
A little bit unfortunate. He doesn't.
Not going to need the defense sword at 42. Knock on wood.
Get your robots, your chickens, and your Warmechs out there in chat if you want Robdraven to run into one.
There he is, Warmech. And Robdraven, I run from it, Rob. You do not need this fight. In my humble opinion, get out. If he happens to punch down that black belt. Nope. 16 hits, 1583.
It got him. It's got his black mages some good experience. Guardian Marcus now taking on Carry 2. Move fast, and he's thinking about it. Nuke, and fight.
8 hits for 577. Black Mage takes a big hit from Carry, goes down. Nuke for 134 comes out. Thief swings 346 on 5 hits. I think Guardian Marcus is going to be in a good position. We're going to see if he needed to grind, but right now, he's doing plenty of damage to these revisited fiends as he makes his way onto the Harbinger Kraken 2's floor. The good news, of course, is that he's going to have a Thief and a Black Mage to put in front of his Red Mage and Black Belt, but he really wants both of those guys to stay alive for the duration of this particular fight. robdraven can potentially just solo most of Topher with a single Black Belt. Guardian Marcus does not have that luxury.
Alright, robdraven, speaking of robdraven, he's done with his orbs, and looks like he's heading to take on Topher.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, he's going to be about 5 or really 6 minutes behind Guardian Marcus. 9 hits for 46, that's not what you want to see out of the Black Belt. 3 hits for 139, coming out of the Thief with the Masa. Newt comes out, 174. Lit 2 from Kraken. You are more than okay seeing that. Temper is going to go out on that already fasted Black Belt. It's not doing too much damage. We're going to get a second Temper as well. He is really hoping that Black Belt pulls out some more hits. 10 for 529. 5 hits for 191 off the Masa 2. Second Temper comes out. Rub passes over the Black Mage. Impressive, impressive, impressive. And not gonna dodge it that time. 767, but the Newt comes out from the Red Mage. 109. As Guardian Marcus passes through Kraken 2 just fine. He's got 2 bosses left to take this seed, but he's gonna have to hope for a little bit of luck as well. robdraven not gonna be able to catch up if he doesn't wipe. But anything could happen. We have seen, speaking from personal experience, some particularly nasty chaos fights in the last 24 hours.
Alright, so we see a fast fight, a temper, and a punch. 603 is great. I think he's gonna get through Tia. Apologies in advance.
11 hits for 490. Newt comes out from the Red Mage. How much is he going to get? 143. Tiamat goes down. Guardian Marcus looking in good shape going into this final fight. Gonna switch everybody around. Oh. Gonna run away from those airs. Gonna get another fight. Those airs really want to fight. And there he is. So he is on to Chaos as robdraven still hasn't quite gone back. Still working his way towards Lich 2. Gonna flip some folks around. Gonna heal up. Gonna talk once, twice, thrice, and we are on to the Chaos fight. Fast gonna come out from the Black Mage. Thief gonna fight. Invis 2. Nope, Temper gonna come out. He is just gonna go full on offense strats here. 6 hits, 249. Nuclear comes out early.
Oh, this is bad.
Big damage across the board. 5 hits for 172. Can he out-hit Chaos here? He's thinking, what does he want to do? Heal 3 and try and get some... second nuclear.
Double nuclear.
Down goes the Thief. Down goes the Red Mage. The Black Belt has the hope that he can punch through this. Ink is going to pass right over. Not going to be an issue for that Black Belt. 6 hits for 17 damage is not what you want to see against double nuclear Chaos. 200 plus damage. Inferno leaves him at 8 health. Is he going to be able to pull this out? It is looking particularly bad. Triple nuclear!
Oh, that is awful.
The chaos that haunted me last night has come back for seconds. Just absolutely brutal.
That was very brutal.
And yeah, robdraven absolutely in the driver's seat right now. He may not even see any of those nuclears. It is entirely possible that he will not see a single of those. He is going to pass right through Lich and gonna go on to carry 2. Quick is that, as Guardian Marcus gonna bail and go try and find a grind here. Yeah, well, Bloodworth pointing out, the only thing that can beat Rob at this point is, does he have enough health? Does he have enough healing? Can he get through this? That is absolutely a valid concern. Guardian Marcus, it looks like gonna go ahead and turn in that Ruby.
Yeah, I would say, with regards to what Will Bloodworth says, that I think with the level 42 Black Belt, he's going to punch through Chaos before Chaos gets more than 1 nuclear out.
carry 2, no match for robdraven, as he's going to make his way now to Kraken 2. Going to pass all these big XP tiles. He doesn't need it. His black belt is way over leveled. Guardian Marcus is going to go say hello to Sarda at 1 hour and 10 minutes, basically on the dot. He's going to find the floater. Nope, TNT, which will turn into either the herb or the floater.
Knowing this, it'll turn into the herb. And then there's the crystal on the table.
Alright, robdraven walks straight into Kraken. No need to shuffle anybody around. And he's going to do all 3 fast. He just wants that coming out turn 1. He knows that he can't really afford too much. And down goes 756. One of the black mages out. 1092 on Kraken 2. Not going to kill it. He's going to have to do this one more time. And that second punch should do it. Yeah, 17 hits for 1396. Kraken 2 has nothing against that much damage. He's going to move right on to Tiamat. He's got these sort of very Final Fantasy IX-esque clones of black mages supporting his evil black belt empire going into these final fights. He has some black mage clones to spare. He can let 1 or 2 take a hit. He just needs at least 1 fast cast going into chaos. Yeah, Falconic in chat. Geez, how fast are these flags? A 108 chaos floaterless? Listen, it's funny too. I mean, these flags have a way of equalizing everything. Floater or floaterless, they always seem to land right around 105 to 115. You know, for good runners, like very, very frequently. It's fascinating to me.
Guardian Marcus just got the crystal out of the TNT turn-in.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. We're gonna get a fast coming out. Tiamat gonna go down in 1 hit. 19 hits, 1,444 damage. robdraven has a 1 fight between him and the victory for the spring tournament pod round. Burt Reynolds missed it. What got Marcus? Triple nuclear chaos got Marcus, unfortunately. Alright, once, twice, thrice. He just needs 1 fast to get off, and he's probably going to be good. There's the fast, there's the punch. 20 hits for 1138. Chaos surely can't stand too long to this, but he is going to first turn nuclear. Down go the black mages. 192 on the black belt. 20 hits for 999, 71 damage on the hit. Adamant comes up for Guardian Marcus. 739 on 20 hits. That's a GG for robdraven. Get those GGs out in chat. That was... Listen, black belts, you know? I'm not sure what else you need to say. We will make sure that our tracker goes ahead and marks robdraven as done on the sheet so we can invite him here for an interview. GG's again to robdraven. Came from behind, entered Topher about 6 minutes after Guardian Marcus, but the power of that 42 black belt was able to get through triple nuclear chaos without having to bat an eye just on one of them.
I see somebody commenting to ban the black belts, and you know what? They actually did that for the co-op tournament. 'Cause in last year's co-op tournament, you could not use a black belt at all for this very reason. But this was a good clinic on how to do the black belts. If you grind the black belt up to 42, maybe even just 32, you can just punch right through Topher.
All right, Guardian Marcus heading
now
back in though.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that was it. That was the statement. All right, we do have robdraven coming in here though. I'm gonna pull him up from setup. Hello, robdraven. GG on your 42 black belt victory through chaos.
GG.
Now, did you get a chance to watch the delayed replay and see what you missed?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I feel so bad for what. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what it is, right? It's always going to be a gamble in terms of how you go into Temple of Fiends. Guardian Marcus, I think, made a good gamble in terms of going in with a fairly powerful thief and a pretty powerful black belt. Obviously not as high as you had it. And he was able to get through everything just fine up until, you know, only one thing gets through triple nuclear chaos with consistency, and that's an overlevel black belt, and that's exactly what you had. That fighter tile was nice, but it felt a little bit dicey. When did you decide to go to 42 while you're on that tile?
So basically, what happened there is when I found it the first time, I thought, okay, I'll just take it there, and then for some reason, I got it in my head that I needed to just nuke it down when I run out of nukes, whatever. But then I was like, wait a second, I need to kill Kraken. I might as well do that with here. I'm going to use the nukes. And, well, then, so like I stopped, wait for Kraken, realized that, like, after my black belt went down, I'm like, well, I guess I'm committed at this point. So I went for it, wiped, and went, you know what, screw it. Let's just go at least 32, if not 42. And just went into the grind.
Yeah. Now, you had decided to bypass Crescent Lake and Ice in favor of going straight to Ordeals, and then you saw you looking for the shop item at Caravan, at Onrack, didn't find anything. Was there like anything in the back of your head that you were worried that the floater was out there?
Not really. At that point, I wasn't even thinking about floater at all until I had started heading to Ice, because I was thinking to myself, I had everything for go mode except for Chime, and I'm like, you know what? It's because of where everything else was at. I'm like, I felt like floater either needed to be behind China or Ruby somehow. So I'm like, well, just go Ice, and whatever happens, wherever it falls, let it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Rob, I have a question for you. What made you choose to run Black Belt and 3 Black Mages?
Really, it was the moment I saw night spells on the Black Belt, that was a given. I was like, you know what, 1 through 3 white magic, yes please. And then when I ran three black, I was debating running a red, and then I just decided to just go for the Black Mage because of the fact that 4 level 1 spells from the beginning. Roughly about 50% of the time, you're going to get a good spell at level 1. So it was kind of one of those, just, you know, let's do it, and it's something that I might do, I might not do, depending on sometimes it's really just the bonus is really just make that decision.
Yeah, I think we were all a little bit scared that you weren't going to have enough healing potency to make it through Topher with that party comp. Was that a fear that you shared?
At the beginning, yes. Like, I was thinking, you know, it's when I saw heal, and that was basically it for the night spells, I was like, ugh. But then I've run a few practice scenes where I've had to deal, like the other night I had a nice little one as I was talking in the race chat beforehand with running three fighters and a thief forced. Mm-hmm. So I mean, night spells did happen there, and that they were nice, but like I was not expecting to be able to just heal for most of the seed. So I was like, I just kind of, when I saw night spells, it was just take the chance, and if it doesn't roll, if they don't roll into healing, whatever, I'll make do, and if I lose, I lose. Sure.
At any point, did you feel behind, or did you think you were ahead going?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Ever since the sea wipe, I literally almost the entire rest of the race, I played as if I was 5-6 minutes behind, as apparently I was, because
which is about how much you were behind. So
I was telling myself, okay, guardianmarcus has got to be in Topher. Like when I was leaving Sky, I'm like, I gotta play. Guardianmarcus is in Topher. I've gotta go, and it was just like I was just playing like mad. And I was just thinking, man, I just hope Topher was bad, and it was bad if you didn't level.
Yeah, it's, I was saying earlier, it's a seed I had last night where it just didn't matter a whole lot. Double crack comes out from Kraken 2. We did not see that earlier. guardianmarcus, and it's a redive of Temple of Fiends. It just hurts to see. It's always a little bit worse, and down goes the red mage as the black belt is going to try and punch his way through Kraken.
This is not looking good.
Yeah, this is tough. Again, it's always somehow worse on the redive. I don't know what ephemeral law of Final Fantasy Randomizer that is, but it always seems to be true. Definitely be a lot harder. Well, yeah, Rob, that was a very well-run seed. It definitely felt like you were behind quite a bit for the seed, but that's what the 42 black belt play is putting yourself behind. and pulling ahead in the end. But I want to shout out GG's to guardianmarcus, who's going to take the forfeit and finish up there. And we are joined, guardianmarcus, again, GG, you ran an incredible seed, and I think just had a tough gamble on a slightly low-level Topher that really ate you alive on that final boss. So GG's. How you feeling right now?
GG guys, GG robdraven. I knew it was a little bit of a risk, and it was going pretty good at first, and then especially because I ran into Warmech and I saw it had like nuclear, so I thought it was gonna be okay, and nuclear came out of nowhere.
Yeah, there are a lot of situations in which I think even with the sub-32 black belt, with the thief backing him up and the multiple nuke charges, you probably would have been fine, and I think it wasn't a bad play. It's just like rando gonna rando. Some days you get through on the sub-32 black belt, sometimes Chaos has trip nuclear.
Yeah, I know there's a good grind spot in ordeals, but without the floater, I didn't really want to take the time to go back there. That's why I started to look for the key items after the first wipe, but it was just too long.
Yeah, I think your other option was grinding in Topher. That's something we all discussed. robdraven did the same mid grind as you, which was the fighter tile in C. Difference was that Rob took that one to 4-2. But yeah, I mean, you had a 6-minute lead going into Topher. So while I'm sure it feels just crushing to take a loss in that way to kick off the tournament, hope that doesn't take away from feeling like you routed well, because you routed exceptionally well in a floaterless seed. Seeing you make the decision, like, nope, do not need this, just going to power through. For being floaterless, to make it 2 Chaos, or to make it 2 Temple of Fiends, basically at the hour mark, was genuinely very impressive. So you ran an incredible seed and got some bad luck in today.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good. It felt really good. Just didn't work out today.
All right, well, we have some other Final Fantasy Randomizer action going on right now on SpeedGaming 3, so I want to give all of our viewers a chance to go check that out. So let's go ahead and start with some final thoughts. Marcus, how about you first? Any final thoughts on this seed or the rest of the tournament coming up?
Well, it only gets harder from here. You really need to get a win here, and I got Chadbert tomorrow, and then sometime I gotta face Cheesinator, so that'll get it easier.
Yeah, it is a very talented pod that you all have, so I feel that. All right,
yep,
robdraven, how about you? Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Marcus, you're a heck of a runner, dude. I mean, you had me if it weren't for that bad luck. So just really GG. Thank you to Groggy and Chad for doing commentary. Thank you, Shadow, and everybody for restream. And also, good luck, Chad, tonight on your race against Cheese. I get him tomorrow, so don't wear him down too much. Or please wear him down a lot so that I beat him. No.
Yes, I was about to say you want the opposite.
Really, if you like this, hey, come join the community. This is a great community. Like, no joke. So, just really, yeah. So, thanks all.
Absolutely. All right. GG's to both of you. Chad, any final thoughts from you?
I think it was a great race from 2 equally talented runners, and I'm going to be in trouble facing off against both of them. Go ahead and do one more final thoughts from Groggy, and then we'll do the program updates.
Yeah, absolutely. Well run to both runners. I do also, if we could get some GG's in chat for Chad, who was doing his first time commentating tonight, knocked it out the park. Well done, Chad. Good luck tonight on your race as well.
Thanks.
So yeah, we have, if you want to go over right now to twitch.tv/SpeedGaming3, we have the Hangry Canuck versus the real Super Pleb in pod name Bridge Boss. Comms by Demon RHK and Shumbody. Tonight at 9:30 p.m., we've got Rock Solid 84, Sho Fukumachi in the Fighter Pod on RPG Limit Break. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern, or 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And we've got a doubleheader at 10 p.m. Eastern on Randomania to be determined. Earthwing Angel versus Nightmare Phoenix, and Krellin versus Jay Scheidel with Caleb Luffy DV. Won't want to miss those comms. That'll be a lot of fun. 10 p.m. Eastern over on a Randomania channel to be determined, probably Randomania Prime. So again, go over to SpeedGaming 3, check out Hanger Canuck and the Real Super Pleb. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Best of luck to all of our runners moving forward. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Stick with us the rest of the weekend. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yep, and one more race tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern. I'm facing off against Cheesinator for Game 2 of the Peapod.
It's tomorrow in my mind. I keep not even thinking that that's today. That's technically tomorrow in New York time. So yeah, thank you for reminding me that. Sorry for missing
I
out,
won't
but
be
yeah.
asleep yet.
I will be. I will
hope.
very much be asleep, unfortunately. All right. Thank you all again. Have a great night. See ya soon.